Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 14, the code. That's right. Fellas, we need a code. We're going to talk about it. But first, I like to say that this show is available via Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, YouTube, YouTube, all your platforms. If you want to watch it, the video format, catch it on YouTube. Just type in Captain Saver Bro. Captain Saver Bro Show. If you want to catch it on Spotify or Apple Music or Google Podcasts or the other ones, you go to those respective platforms and you just type in the Captain Saver Bro Show, and I come right up. This show is also brought to you by SaverBroAcademy.com, your one-stop shop for all your course needs. All of my courses, you can get them there at SaverBroAcademy.com. I got a free confidence course where you can build and develop your confidence, how to vet women properly. I got a course on how to vet women. I got Attraction 101 that teaches you how to be attractive. I have a Breaking the Modern Woman course, teach you how to break women today, meaning make them submissive, knock down their barriers, because most women have barriers up. Teach you how to knock down those barriers. Unfortunately, that's what we have to deal with over here, with quote-unquote modern women. And I have a Finding Your Value course as a man. So if you have trouble finding your value or knowing your value and displaying your value, and building your value, I got you covered. We also have a Patreon. Join the Patreon. Patreon.com/KingDreism. You can get on the $5 tier right now. I haven't changed it to 10, but it will be 10 soon. So get on that. We're going to drop. We already dropping multiple videos per week for $5. So $5 a month, you get behind the scenes footage of me, as far as exclusive how-to videos, how to maintain your stamina in the bedroom, how to maintain your stamina in the bedroom, how to have a long-term relationship, just the how-to stuff that the guys want, specific questions answered. I answer them on Patreon via video. So get on that $5 tier, very valuable. Also, I have the $100 tier where, you jump on that $100 tier, you get two meetings per month with me, mastermind group meetings with me, 2 per month, where we chop up game, game maintenance. I help you out with your game. I answer any questions you have, go over your text threads, and you can fellowship with other players such as yourself. It's popping right now, so go on and get in. It's not a lot of seats. Zoom, you can only have so many people, and seats are going to run out. So get on that tier. That's the $100 tier. Very, very valuable to have me. Me alone, a consultation with me alone is $500 per hour. So, $100 a month, you can get, it's in a group setting, right? It's in a group setting, but you still have that access to me to where you can ask me anything. And, sometimes we go for hours and hours. So, jump on that. That's patreon.com/KingDreism. Also follow me on all social media at KingDreism, KingDreism. That's on IG, TikTok, and Twitter. KingDreism. Let's get straight into this game. Again, we're going to get straight into it. No fluff. Let's get it. Fellas, we got to get on code, man. We have to get on code. It's in this community, in this quote-unquote manosphere, and as men in general, we have to follow a code. Every man must have a code or a set of laws that he abide by. You see what I'm saying? But also collectively, we have to have a code for the way that we treat each other and the way that we, carry ourselves in the world. You understand what I'm saying? What made me want to do this episode was first, rest in peace to Mr. Kevin Samuels. Phenomenal work. I like what he was doing. And what made me want to do this episode is because I saw how, in his untimely passing, right, I saw how people just rushed to jump all over him. A lot of women and men too, right? And that just made me realize how much, people are out for this message, this truth. You see what I'm saying? And people don't want to see men doing better. People don't want to see us getting our shit together and controlling things, how shit should be, running the show in a masculine way. You see what I'm saying? People don't want that. People want the dysfunction. People want to feel good about themselves. People just want to, run wild, but, at what cost? At the end of the day, men are the ones suffering behind this stuff. You see what I'm saying? Women suffering too. We all suffering for temporary gains and temporary wins and temporary pleasures. But in his passing, it just made me realize how, you know, there's a whole conglomerate of people that's attacking what we doing, especially in this space as men. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not going to say, you know, we should all be friends and, you know, we should all like each other's work because, you know, truth be told, I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff Kevin said, like his way of doing his ideals. I didn't agree with it. Now he's passed on, so I'm not going to talk about which ideals and try to pick his stuff apart because he's not here to defend himself. If that's what I wanted to do, I would have did that I should have did that when he was alive. So that's neither here nor there, you know. And again, that's a code that me as a man, I can't do that. I can't, now that somebody's gone, try to pick apart the stuff that I didn't like, you know, while they not here to defend their ideology or to defend their way of doing things. You see what I'm saying? So, but truth be told, I didn't like everything that he was, you know, I didn't like a lot of his ideals, right? But I did appreciate what he was doing for men and, you know, as far as like for men and speaking up for men and being a voice for men. And I really did appreciate how, you know, he didn't allow women to shit on the average hardworking man. You see what I'm saying? And people got mad at him because, you know, a woman will be on there a 4 or 5 on her best day, right? And be talking about how, you know, 50K ain't good for her, 60K ain't good for her, middle American men ain't good for her, or middle class men ain't good for her. For her, that will be settling, basically saying these men are less than. And he held up a mirror like, who do you think you are for you to, you know, shit on these everyday men that's working hard? So you can shit on these guys, but when I hold the mirror up to your face, now it's a problem with that. Now I'm being disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? So I did appreciate him for taking on that fight. I really appreciated him for that, because that's not a fight that I don't really have it in me to be arguing with, going back and forth with women. And, you know, I don't have it to fight women. I don't got it in me. That ain't my fight. And we all need people to, you know, we all need to play our roles and stay in our lanes for the greater good. And that's what he did. And I appreciate him for that. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate that he stood up for men and he stood up for families at the end of the day, and he spoke his truth, and he was the voice for how many men feel, but they aren't afraid to say. I appreciate his, you know, I appreciate him, you know, having the balls to even do that. You see what I'm saying? And go through that fire every day in and day out that comes with speaking a man's truth. So I appreciate that for Kevin Samuels, but I realize that, you know, our message as men is under attack, and we have to kind of, you know, stick together. So that's code number 1, right? So I got codes. This is the code, the man code that we should all go by for us. Now, you should have your codes as a man personally that you go by, but I think these is what we all should adapt, and it'll make it easier for us, and we can all get further. You see what I'm saying? And again, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. That showed me that we have to be on code. So that's number 1. Men, we should at least be on the same page. I don't want to say that we should all stick together, because we don't all have to stick together. We don't all have to be kumbaya with each other. We don't all have to be holding hands, and you see what I'm saying? It don't have to be like that, right? But we all need to understand that we are in this thing for the greater good of manhood and bringing balance to the world. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in this community, and to see other men tearing each other down and you know, that's in this community that's tearing each other down, it's kind of whack. You see what I'm saying? Like me personally, I vowed to myself that you are never going to see me get on here and talk about no other man that's trying to help men, regardless of however he doing it. I'm not going to get on here and attack no other man for trying to help other men. It's just not going to happen. And I think we should all, you know, adopt that. The bickering back and forth amongst each other, trying to compete with each other. Competition is cool. Competition is cool. It's inspiring and it's motivational. But as far as like me trying to tear these people down or me trying to tear Fresh and Fit down because, you know, I want some shine from tearing them down, or, you know, I don't like what they do, so I want to see if I can knock them down. That shit whack. As men, we shouldn't be doing that. You see what I'm saying? As men, we shouldn't be doing that. And I know me personally, you're not going to ever hear me get on here and tear no other man down. Now, I will defend myself and I will defend my message. So, you know, if a motherfucker wants smoke, they can get that smoke. But it's about me defending my message, right? So if there's a man that's preaching his truth, that's regardless of how he's doing it, whether it be red pill or, you know, whatever his truth is, whatever his lane is, if that's what he's doing and his goal is to help men, I'm all for it. Now, sometimes I do, you know, criticize certain theories because, you know, certain theories get in the way of your success. So sometimes I may, you know, sometimes I may criticize or, you know, examine certain theories, and I don't want to say debunk, but more so, sometimes I don't want to say debunk, but more so I can't really think of the word right now, but sometimes I do that in order to teach and make you better. But I'm never gonna tear no man down, get on here and be talking about no man and making hit pieces about men and shit like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it's some content creators that do that, right? And I ain't gonna say your name. I hope y'all watching, but you're a sucker for that, right? If you have to, you know, and that's another thing about, you know, having a code as a man, right? If you gotta have another man's dick in your mouth to make content every single day, like you can't make content without having another man's dick in your mouth, right? Without talking about another man, you're a buster and you're a sucker. You see what I'm saying? And we not on the same page. We not on the same fight. So fuck you. Really, you really on their team, right? If all your content is based around tearing other men down in this space, you're a sucker, you're a buster, and you really play for the other team. You understand what I'm saying? To me, you're an agent for the other team, right? The agent for the team that's attacking masculinity. You see what I'm saying? And that's whole shit. That's buster shit. That's like, you know, on some Wendy Williams shit. And men shouldn't carry themselves in that way. We should be on here talking about ideas, freedom, you know, winning, success. You see what I'm saying? We shouldn't be on here talking about other men that do, you know, other men every single day and making content about other men and what other men are doing. That shit corny and that shit whack. And in this space, we need to get off of that. Look, it's real people, it's real dudes coming into this space now. You see what I'm saying? It ain't just internet nerds no more. And I ain't never been no internet nerds. So we coming in this motherfucker with some real deal life game, some life masculinity. A lot of these dudes are, you know, I'm not saying that there's anything bad, but a lot of these dudes are just internet people, right? And they live on the internet. And so there's no codes. There's no codes. There's no laws. There's no laws of ethics. There's no code of ethics with, you know, the way that people are handling their business. You see what I'm saying? In my world, where I come from, bro, you can't have other men name in your mouth. You see what I'm saying? You can't be sitting up talking about no men all day and just gossiping about men and keeping men name in your mouth, because you'll have to see somebody about that. So that's where I come from. That's how men rock in the real world. Just to be sitting up just picking on other men and trying to tear other men down. That shit corny. And as content creators, you shouldn't be doing that. If that's how you eat, you're a buster. I'm not saying, now if you're doing celebrity news and gossiping, all that bullshit, that's one thing, right? But for your content, the media, your content to be picking apart other creators, other men in this space who trying to help other men, fuck you. Really? You see what I'm saying? So we got to get off that. You guys want to know why feminism is strong, right? You want to know why feminism is strong? Because they don't do that to each other. You see what I'm saying? I've never seen two feminists argue with each other over ideas nowhere on the internet ever. They have some code somewhere, I'm convinced, right? I'm convinced that they somewhere got some codes, some code of ethics somewhere to where we ain't fighting with each other in public. They damn that don't even. If you read the comments to my posts, right, and I'm not saying most women are feminists, or all women are feminists, but a lot of women have feminist ideals, and women kind of stick together in this regard. If you even look on my post, you'll see a woman disagree. You'll see several women have different points or may not even agree with each other, but they are never arguing with each other. On TikTok, on my TikTok, if you go on my TikTok, I have thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of comments, hundreds and hundreds of videos. You're not going to find one comment thread or one comment section with two women arguing with each other. It's just not going to happen. They'll say, yeah, I kind of agree, or, this and this and that. You're not going to see them hurling insults at each other. You're not going to see, you're not going to see them go make a video and this and this and that. They stick together, even if they don't have the same ideologies, or if they don't have the same principles. You see what I'm saying? They still stick together under the banner of womanhood. And that's something that men need to do. I'm not saying that, tribes don't war, right? Yeah, we competitive, we masculine, we have different tribes, and tribes go to war, right? That's cool. But, this shit is just basically a free fall. Every man for himself. I don't like your idea, so I don't like your ideology, so I'm going to tear you down. I don't like what you said right here, so I'm going to unfollow you. You a bitch. I'm going to announce and let everybody know so I can get likes and clicks from hoes. I don't like this, so I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, women don't do that, bro. And again, I'm very popular on social media, right? Especially on TikTok. I'm beginning to be like that on Instagram. A lot of women are starting to follow me on Instagram. You see they very vocal on my posts, on my comments. Go find it. You'll see a woman disagreeing right here. You'll see a woman agree with me right here. And then a few comments down, you'll see women who disagree. What you won't see them arguing with each other, though. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never seen, again, two feminists make diss videos against each other. I ain't never seen that shit. Right? We shouldn't be doing that, especially in this space. And in this space, this quote unquote manosphere space, right? Or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. In this space, I don't want to say we're a tribe, but we all have the same goal. At the end of the day, whether it's to help men get laid, we trying to help men win and better themselves. Whether you're a pickup artist, whether you red pill theory, whatever you are. You see what I'm saying? Do you and do your lane. You don't have to come at people every single day and try to tear them down. If you do that, you're a buster. You're a sucker. You Wendy Williams. You see what I'm saying? That shit corny. And this is why we are losing. This is why women are on top. This is why you can't get on here. This is why you got to watch what you say when you get on YouTube. You got to watch what you type, because women have taken over. Women have taken over because they divided and conquered you. You see what I'm saying? We as men, again, have to be on the same code. We don't all have to get along. We don't have to all like each other. I don't like 98% of people. You see what I'm saying? But I respect everybody. We can do business. We can kick it. Then if I like you, I like you. You don't have to like everybody. You see what I'm saying? But we do need to be on the same page and stay in our own lane. See what I'm saying? It's content creators that I don't like their message. You see what I'm saying? I don't like what they're doing. And the way that they display, I don't like them. I would probably never, ever work with them. I would probably never shake their hand in public or nothing. I can be respectful. You see what I'm saying? We could chop it up, but I just don't like them. It's content creators like that. But you'll never see me get on here and tear them down and try to stop them from doing what they do, and stop them from providing for themselves and feeding their family, taking food out their mouth and helping other men. You'll never see me do that. You see what I'm saying? I never try to get in the way of no other man's food. You see what I'm saying? Knowing he got to take care of his people. You see what I'm saying? Fellas, we got to get off that shit. You don't see women doing that shit. That's why they stick together. I mean, not that's why they stick together, but that's why they winning right now. That's why masculinity is losing. That's why the West is failing. You've been divided and conquered by pussy. I say that again. You got a problem with America. You got a problem with the West. You got a problem with women in the West. Fellas, we have been divided and conquered by pussy. And the minute you guys realize that, the minute things will start to change. Now, the second code, man, the second code men need, because I go by this. I'm saying men gossip. Fellas, you gotta stop gossiping. Fellas, you have to stop gossiping. Fellas, please stop gossiping, right? So in order to, for the sake of this conversation, so we don't get anything misconstrued, I'm going to give you the textbook definition of what gossip is, right? Gossip is casual and unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true. Fellas, please stop gossiping. That is whole shit. Women gossip. That is for women. The world, again, the real world, the world where I come from, right? And when I say that, I don't mean I'm different than anybody else. I just come from a place where you can't be a man and be gossiping. Our parents wouldn't let us do that. Just be sitting around talking. When the women were sitting at the table talking and eating and having their festivities, the boys were not allowed to be around them doing that. In grown people's mouth while they're gossiping. The women would sit around and just gossip. Girl, you heard this? And just, that's what women do. And any man in my world, where I come from, that's frowned upon. Men who do that is frowned upon. The men who do that is whole shit. That women do that. And women shouldn't even be doing it, but that's just something that they do. That's a feminine thing. And as a man, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. And it's unattractive when men do that. To women find that very, very unattractive. If you didn't know, for a man to just be gossiping. You see what I'm saying? Having unconstrained conversation, meaning having loose lips, right? Or just reports or he say, she say about other people. That's typically not true or not confirmed to being true. Men should not engage in that. And a lot of you content creators do that. In this space, I hate to see it. You see what I'm saying? Everybody always send me celebrity shit and celebrity news and celebrity gossip and shit. I don't report on it. If I report on anything about any celebrity, it's something that I could teach you from. I can teach the game from his situation. And it's based on the facts given. I'm not reading off no he say, she say, no blogs, no none of that. You see what I'm saying? Go back and look at my work. You dig what I'm saying? It's what they said, what they tweeted, what they police case said, whatever. But it ain't no he say, she say shit going on my channel. This is not no gossip channel. Y'all need to stop sending me that bullshit. Unless you can teach from it, I'm not putting that shit on my channel. Just because it's trendy and it's catchy and I can get views, all views ain't good views to me. All money ain't good money to me. I got integrity. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not finna compromise myself for no fucking clicks or no views. It's not happening on King Dre's channel. Not on the Captain Saver Bro show. You see what I'm saying? And my track record speaks for itself. I've been doing this for 4 years. Go back and find one. It's a whole type of celebrity shit that be going on. I can just jump on the train and, just say anything for clickbait and titles and just make up shit. Spreading rumors. This is what it is. Gossiping is basically spreading rumors about people. And as a man, if you do that, you wicked. If you mislead other people about other people, that's wicked. We call that putting shit in the game. You see what I'm saying? And as a man, you shouldn't be putting shit in the game. You're supposed to speak facts and speak truth, not hearsay, not I think, not they say it. You see what I'm saying? Again, a lot of guys in this space be compromising their integrity for clicks. You see what I'm saying? Based on rumors or hearsay or what they think may be going on. You see what I'm saying? You know how damaging that is to another person for you to put out something and it not be true? When the Coach Red Pill thing happened, I know you guys, some of you guys are familiar with this guy, Coach Red Pill. He's over there in Ukraine, right? I don't know his real name. But he got arrested a couple weeks ago in Ukraine, right? He's over there documenting the Ukraine stuff. I don't know too much about that part of his content, but he got arrested over there by the Ukraine officials. And so, he went missing for a day or two, and then all of a sudden, everybody's oh, Coach Red Pill died. Rest in peace to Coach Red Pill, right? Whoever started that is wicked. Whoever, the first person who said, tweeted on the internet or came on the internet and said, I think Coach Red Pill died or he got killed, the first person who did that is wicked. And if you went along with that, you wicked. If you reported on that, you wicked. You see what I'm saying? That man wasn't dead, he got arrested. But people gossiping. You see what I'm saying? People gossiping and spreading bullshit on other people. Guys came in my group, came in my private Telegram chat, where I got a private Telegram chat for the paying players, right? Asked me about that, hit me up about that. But one of the guys was like, oh, you know, Coach Red Pill died, rest in peace. And I was like, don't spread that in here. We don't do gossip in here. That's not confirmed. And sure enough, 2 days later, a day later, he ain't dead. When the news about Kevin Samuels first broke, oh, talk about this, you post this, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. Hey, I don't know that for sure. I'm only seeing it on the internet. I'll say something when it's confirmed by his family. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not spreading no bullshit and I'm not spreading no gossip. And fellas in this community, you got to stop doing that, because at the end of the day, we're responsible for representing masculinity the right way. I get on that later, though. You see what I'm saying? Don't compromise your integrity for clicks. You feel me? One of the worst for me, the fastest way for me to, now I'm going to say the fastest, but one of the fastest ways for me to, I don't want to say lose respect, but for me to be turned off from even dealing with any man as far as like business, associates, or anything, if he ever come to me and he say, I heard, or people are saying. Don't come to me with no hearsay, bro. Don't come to me with no motherfucking what people told you. Come to me with facts. You feel me? You'll never hear me repeat. You'll never hear me repeat what somebody told me if I know it ain't facts. Ever. Because I'm spreading gossip. I'm spreading bullshit. I'm putting bullshit in the game. And rumors and gossip ruin people's lives at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? Y'all be putting bodies on women and all type of shit. And just hearsay. You see what I'm saying? And if a man, fella, side eye any man that come at you and say, man, people said this, people are saying that, you know, and when I say people are saying, so let's say, let me give you, because some of y'all need breakdowns, right? So let's say, you know, let's say it's a group think or ideal, right? So let's say, you know, the theme is to we have to stick together, right? Overall. And so the message is we have to stick together. So if you come to me and say, hey, people are saying we have to stick together, that's understandable, right? Because that's what people are really saying. But if you come to me and say, hey man, I heard Nelly went bankrupt, or I heard 50 Cent gay, or, you know, people telling me that, you know, I don't know, people telling me that Steph Curry's wife cheated on him. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You come like that, you spreading rumors, right? You spread gossip if you don't have facts, right? But again, if somebody say, hey man, people saying that men need to stick together, or people are saying, you know, people are saying that we need to come together for a greater cause, or people are saying that they tired of the police, you know, beating up people in the streets, or people are saying that feminism is bad. That's understandable. But to come and talk about people are saying something about another person that may or may not be true is whack, and that's corny. And if I hear a man say something like that, I'm damn near don't want nothing else to do with him as far as friendship or nothing, because I just don't like, I can't be around dudes who gossip. You see what I'm saying? I just can't do it, and you shouldn't either. I'm going to give you guys a prime example. And again, this ain't really no shot at nobody, but it is what it is, man. If you do this, you do this, you know. But the Jada, I was about to say Jada Kiss. The Will Smith and Jada thing, right? And how everybody's like, oh, she was alpha widowed by Tupac, or, you know, she was Tupac first. She slept with Tupac, and, you know, she was in love with Tupac and all that shit. Bro, that is gossip. That is spreading rumors. That's gossip. Listen, if you're a content creator and you'll think, oh, well, Jada Pinkett slept with Tupac, and she's Tupac's alpha widow, and she's so in love with him sexually, and she was, she wishes she had Tupac in her life, bro. That's gossip, and that's whole shit. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you say Jada slept with August Alsina or whatever his name is, those are facts. Right? Especially when the lady came out and said, me and Pac kissed when we was kids and it was disgusting to me. I ain't like him like that. We tried to be something and we kissed and it was just like, ugh, because I wasn't attracted to him in that way. She said this herself. So for you to go put a body on her, and let me make this clear. I can't stand, if it's one woman I don't like who represents the evil in the woman, who represents the worst side of women, Jada Pinkett to me represents the worst. She's like the poster child for a shitty bitch. I don't like her. You see what I'm saying? I just don't. So it's not like I'm caping for her, no shit like that. But we just talking about the gossip, right? She clearly came out and said that we didn't have a relationship like that. We tried, but we didn't. And it's crazy based on a lot of the red pill theory. If you go look at Tupac when Jada and him were friends, they were friends in high school. Tupac was not like Tupac. Go look at right now to YouTube Tupac at 17 years old or Tupac in high school and tell me if this is the guy that was getting pussy. Just based on red pill theory. You see what I'm saying? But the same red pill theory is like, oh, Tupac, alpha widow, Jada or whatever. And this is the thing about Tupac. I love Tupac. Tupac is one of my favorite artists. One of my favorite rappers. I love Tupac. Love him. Tupac wasn't no gangster. Everybody know that. The streets know that. Everybody know that. Right? Tupac was not a gangster. Tupac was an entertainer. He played in movies. He was an actor. Right? Now, Tupac, once he went out to Marin City in Oakland, he got around some street cats. I don't want to even say street cats, but some hip cats, and they put him on game, and he mimicked himself after these guys. But Tupac, if you look at Tupac at his core, look at him when he was 17, 18 years old. Look at an interview from him and tell me if this the kid that was fucking the chicks. That man, I personally don't believe that he smashed her, right? I personally don't believe that Tupac smashed Jada, right? But even if I did believe it, I never get on here and say that. You know why? Because that ain't facts, especially after she said she didn't. I never be like, oh, she slept with him. I know she did. That's rumors. That's gossip. You see what I'm saying? But that's just an example. Again, these is facts. Go look at Tupac. Listen to Red Pill Theory. Look at Tupac when he was in high school, when they were friends. When Tupac lived in Baltimore, him and Jada Pinkett were friends. And then he moved to the West Coast and stayed with that white lady. You see what I'm saying? And start hanging around different kind of cats and start soaking up game. You see what I'm saying? And he kind of morphed into that. But Tupac was not no thug. Tupac was not no criminal. Tupac was not no gangster. Tupac got smoked by a gangster for getting in a gangster's business. But Tupac himself was not that. Did he go to jail and stuff for different stuff? Yeah, that's the price of fame. You become a target. You see what I'm saying? He got shot before, from trying to hang with gangsters and all of that. But Tupac was not about no shit like that. And everybody, not everybody, but people from that world know that. You see what I'm saying? And that's not to take away from Tupac at all. You see what I'm saying? I love Tupac. I love his music, but he not the gangster that you squares think he was, that had Jada Pinkett just falling all over because he was just gangster. Tupac was not no gangster. Tupac was an entertainer, and a very good one at that. You see what I'm saying? So, again, that's another way to see. It's just an example of the gossiping that goes on in this community amongst men, and men should really stop doing that. Men should really, really stop doing that. That shit irks my nerves. That shit gets under my skin. You see what I'm saying? Stop that gossiping shit. Stop spreading rumors. Stop speaking on things that are not facts. You see what I'm saying? And please stop sending me that shit. All that shit y'all send me every day about this, or talk about this. This ain't no gossip channel, bro. Go watch something else. Now, it's if you got a vlog, or, even I don't understand how dudes do it, but you got a celebrity blog, or you that's how you eat, cool. But if you talking manhood and masculinity, ain't nothing masculine about gossip. Ain't nothing masculine about spread rumors. Ain't nothing masculine about speaking things that are not truth. Masculinity is speaking the truth, whether it's telling a story about somebody. And another thing, you guys gotta, as a man, you shitting. Try not to be the bearer of bad news all the time. Try not to be the bearer of any news, especially gossiping news. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I kind of got off my train of thought. But masculinity is not gossip. Masculinity is not spreading lies. Masculinity is speaking truth to power. And gossip is the opposite of that. So fellas, please stop with that fucking gossip shit. I ain't even supposed to be cursing, but it is what it is. Now, the third code, right? The third code for us men is speaking the game to women. Fellas, you do not discuss the game with women. Stop doing that. Don't get on these dates repeating what I'm saying, thinking you putting down on a woman. Repeating what I'm saying. Repeating what you learned from Kevin Samuels. Repeating the shit you heard from, Rollo Tomasi. Repeating the stuff you heard from AMS. Repeating the shit you heard from me. Stop discussing the game with women. Women are not to be let in on this, right? If I had it my way, no women would watch me. If I could push a button that stopped all women from watching me, I would do so, because women are not to be in on these discussions, because you know what? We not in on theirs. We don't know. We have to figure out and study and put in years and years of work to understand the inner workings of a woman. They not going to tell you. That's their secret society. Women have a secret society of their game. This game is our secret society as men, and you should keep women out of it. Right? Keep women out of this game. First and foremost, you have to understand that women and men don't speak the same language. This is why when women hear me talk, although I'm not saying anything wrong about women, I'm not disrespecting them. I'm not telling you to cheat, lie, steal, get over on them. I'm actually telling you to treat them good, right? But when they hear me talk, they aren't hearing what you're hearing. They're hearing something completely different, and you have to understand that. They don't understand this game, right? They know what they want. They know what they're attracted to. They know how to be. They know how they want to be treated. But what they don't know is our language. They don't understand the way that we communicate. And so you trying to communicate this game to them like how we do amongst each other, it's going to be a misclick. It's going to be a mismatch. It's going to be a misfire. It's going to be a disconnect, because they don't understand where you coming from as a man. Men and women do not speak the same language, right? Men and women do not speak the same language. That's number one. Right. So again, if you look at the comments on my videos from women, a lot of women just be disagreeing. Sometimes for the sake of disagreeing, but they clearly, I can say something and a woman will come on there disagreeing with me, claiming she disagreeing with me and saying her point, and she just said the same thing that I said, but she said it in the female tongue. They don't understand this game. Right? Not that they don't understand the game, they don't understand the language in which we speak it. But they do. Women understand the game because they invented it. You see what I'm saying? Keep women out the game, bro. Another thing, right? Women should not be around players chopping up game. When you and your fellas is sitting chopping up game and talking to each other and talk about ideas, and women should not be involved in that conversation, bro. You and your homie sitting at the table chopping game, y'all over playing cards, chit-chatting, kicking the bobo, make your girl go in the other room or something. She should not be around that. You see what I'm saying? That's just old school player shit. That's just how I was taught. You see what I'm saying? Keep women out your game room, out the game room. out your societies. Every space ain't for women. I swear, I wish, and this is not because I hate women or I don't like women. I love women, but I really wish that I had a button to push to where women couldn't watch me. You see what I'm saying? I don't let them. I don't let them in my private groups. I don't let them in my Facebook groups. I don't let them in my Telegram chats. And it's hard to control Discord. So it's probably some women in Discord because there ain't no pictures and people could just lie. All you gotta do is click a link and you just accept it. But my Telegram chats, my private Zoom meetings, none of that. If you're a woman, you're not getting access to that at all. That's for men only. Our space. So we could share and we could chop up game without the influence of women. Another thing, when pussy get in the mix, when women come around, men act different. Naturally. Pussy throw everything off. So women shouldn't be around certain spaces. When players are chopping it up, pussy should be nowhere around because that feminine energy, that pussy, gonna throw off the whole vibe. You feel what I'm saying? But and this is on everything I love. It's gay women who deal with other women who follow me, listen to my work, and everything. And they put the game down and they use the game to deal with their women. You see what I'm saying? Studs or whatever you want to call them. I don't know the proper term to call them, right? But those studdish chicks, they fuck with my shit. They follow my music. I mean, not my music. They follow the game. And a lot of them hit me up. Hey, can I, I want to buy the chorus. Am I going to be able to get access to the group? No. I don't care if you're a stud or not. Women ain't allowed, bro. Not and that's okay because you're not allowed in all spaces. You're not allowed in all women, and women have private spaces just for women, and that's okay. And don't ever let women make you feel bad because you have your own private spaces for men. You see what I'm saying? Because they have their own private spaces and you're not allowed. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, it's gay women that watch me, that want to be a part of the Zoom meetings and be a part of the private Telegram chats and the Facebook. That's out. That's out. This community is men's only. You see what I'm saying? My private communities. I can't control who watch me on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. I can't really control that. You see what I'm saying? But what I do is I go out of my way to not appease to women's ears at all. That's why I still say bitch, hoe, all that. I'm talking like I'm talking to men because I want to run them off. I don't want them to listen to me because it's not for them at all. My message ain't for them. It's not about them. Again, do that mean I hate women? No, but what I'm doing is strictly for men. And I'm communicating it just like that. I'm talking just like that to men and for men only. I'm not softening my message for the woman's ears. I ain't even softening my message for my mama. My grandma and all of them got my page, my TikTok, when they first found out what I was doing, because I ain't tell them at first because I'm like, they're going to be trying to control me and all this. But, we was sitting up chopping it, and all the women in my family know what's up with my stuff now. And I sat them all down and said, do not bother me. This ain't for you. Don't call me talking about, don't say the B word. Don't call me talking about, don't call me talking about, don't say the B word, the bitches and hoes, and don't call me about, oh, this ain't right. I don't want to hear that shit because it ain't for you. And this is to the women in my family, my grandma, and not everything. But fortunately, they respect what I'm doing, That was fortunate. But I ain't gonna lie, at first, I didn't want to show the women in my family what I was doing. And I'm talking about the older women, my mom, my grandma, my aunts and shit. But they all know, and I let them all know, don't cut this. Hey, this ain't for y'all. This is how we talk. I know you don't know that, but this is how we talk when we with each other. And I make sure I do my best to keep it like that. Regardless if we're in a public space, I'm talking to you as if we in private. You see what I'm saying? So again, women should not be around when players are chopping up game, right? Fellas, you want to upgrade. So you saying, so I know, right? You're going to be thinking, well, how do I put my woman on game? How do I, put the game in my woman? What you want to do is you want to upgrade her based on your sauce and your game and her language. You see what I'm saying? You give her game, you game her up, but you don't speak the game. You don't speak the fundamentals of the game. You don't speak the core of the game, like how we sitting here chopping up game and how I'm teaching you. The way that I teach y'all, I would never teach a woman this way because number one, she ain't going to understand it. Number two, it ain't for her to understand it. You see what I'm saying? She's just supposed to get my masculine sauce, my masculine blessings, and I give it to her with my sauce and my way. I hope that's not too confusing for you guys. If that is too confusing, drop me a comment and tell me to expound on it, and I'll make a separate video going more in depth on that, right? But there's a difference between including women in the game and speaking the game to women and putting your woman on game. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a huge difference. So understand that. You upgrade her based on your sauce, right? You upgrade her based on your sauce, on your game, and you communicate your game, your way, so she can understand it in her language. So basically, you putting your woman on game, you upgrading her, right? But you don't speak the game to women. You don't include women in the game because this ain't their space. To be real, man, and to be honest with you, I really, really wish women wasn't able to hear, here's what I'm saying right now. You see what I'm saying? Because even this episode, women are not supposed to be hearing stuff like this about how we chopping up game amongst each other and them throwing their opinions into the mix. You see what I'm saying? I swear I wish I can stop them from commenting on my shit, because it ain't for them. When I do my videos and throw them on Instagram and YouTube, I really wish I could stop them from commenting, because my message ain't for them. I really don't even care about their opinion on what I'm saying, because it's not for them. I'm not talking to them. Women not supposed to be hearing what I'm saying to you right now. This is something that we're supposed to be chopping it up amongst each other. But this is not something that I can charge you for. I wouldn't charge you to tell you some code. I wouldn't charge you to tell you some code. So, we got to work with the playing field that we at. The playing field that we are right now, the level that we on right now, is basically, everything is a free-for-all. Everything is public. Social media, everybody have access to it. That's why my real players know the things we discuss in private, in the private Telegram chats, and the private Zoom meetings are, top tier shit that women don't get access to. You see what I'm saying? That's what now this is a real game, but that's what a super duper advanced game at. You see what I'm saying? You know what to do. Either get a course or get on the Patreon if you want access to those groups. But yeah, man, even an episode like this, women ain't really supposed to be hearing this. You see what I'm saying? And I wish they wouldn't comment. I go out of my way to make this message for men. I really wish I could stop them from commenting. But because think about it, man. Think about this. Women are not letting you into their inner circles so you can figure them out and see what's going on with them and learn how to make them vulnerable and shit like that. Learn their inner workings, right? Women are not letting you into these spaces. You're not getting into these spaces. You see what I'm saying? You not. They not letting you into. If you go, if it's a group of women talking and a man walk in, they'll all stop talking. You ever notice that? You ever had a girls' night out? your woman had a girls' night out at your house, right? She had a girls' night out at your house, and then you may have came in and walked out the room or something, and it's a group of girls at the table, and they all stopped talking. You ever walked in the house with your mom and her friends there, and the conversation stopped? They know they on code like that. They don't discuss what they got going on between men. And y'all, we got to stop doing that too. Stop letting the men on the game. This how much they protect their game. This how much women protect their society, their secret society, right? We need our own secret society, but this is how much they protect their game, right? I don't know what, it's to the point, I don't know what they call their shit. Women call their shit something. They don't call it game shit. We call it game, but women got something. I just don't know what it's called. That's how secretive they is about it, right? But this is how you know women protect their shit. They protect that code. Women will lie to their own sons before they discuss their game, before they discuss what really turns a woman on, what really makes a woman vulnerable. Women will lie to their sons knowing damn well the game ain't about treat all women special and simp out. They know that they're not even attracted to that. Women know that, and they'll lie to their sons to protect that female oath. I want you to think about that. You think your mama don't know better? You think your mama don't know what a slut look like? You think your mama don't know that she don't like nice guys that's pussy? You think your mama don't know that men shouldn't lead with her wallet? You think your mama don't know how she'll put a man in a trick bag if he lead with his wallet, or he take her to an expensive dinner date on the first date? You think your mama don't know, how she'll treat a man if he try to offer her money, or if he a simp? You think your mama don't know that, bro? Your mama a human being, female, just like everyone. The women that you see in the clubs, that was your mama. I'm not saying your mama didn't go to the club, but your mama had you, meaning she was human and she got horny one time. And with that said, she is human. She is a female. Your mama know the game. Your mama know what women really like. Your mama won't even tell you the things to do to turn her women on for real. She'll lie to you and risk you getting your heart broke. Your heart, stress, anxiety, all in the name of protecting that female sisterhood. She'll lie to her own son. Your mama lied to you, bro. You see what I'm saying? Your mama ain't telling you the shit that I told you to get a woman to sleep with you on the first date. Your mama would never tell you that. You don't think your mama know what it takes to get a woman to sleep with you on the first date? You don't think your mama know what it takes to have a woman so head over heels for you that she'll give you her soul? You don't think your mama know that? Your mama know that, but she would rather have you at a disadvantage, right, in order to protect that sisterhood. Believe that. So if men need to be like that too, and keep women out of this shit. Stop talking the game with women. Stop getting on dates trying to put your game down on women, and stop repeating what I say, repeating what Rolo say, repeating what Kevin Samuels say, trying to turn them on to this game. Stop. You upgrade a woman. You put game in a woman, but you don't teach her this game. This shit ain't for her. Just like whatever they got going on ain't for you, and you paying a dating coach to figure that shit out. If there was a circle that I can go in and learn this shit faster, I go do it. I would have did it. Not now, but I would have did it. And even still, I be on them all female Reddit forums and all type of shit. Scope and read. And they make it clear, if you a man, you getting you out of here. If you make a comment and you sound like a man, we banning your ass from this group. You feel what I'm saying? So just know that women are not letting you in on their inner workings. They'll lie to their own sons before they let you in on that, before they give you them secrets. They'll send you on a dummy mission to crash out and be heartbroken and scarred with trauma, emotional baggage. A woman would rather watch her son go through that than tell him the fucking truth. That's how crazy this shit is. Keep women out the game room, bro. Now, fellas, the fourth code, the next code that men need to, live by, all men should live by, is to always be doing something productive with your life. Always be doing something, right? As a man, right? As a man born in this society, you are responsible for contributing to its advancement, right? You are responsible as a man for the advancement of society. I'm not saying you have to invent some fucking, I'm not saying you have to invent some, groundbreaking technology that just blows everybody out of the water, or invent the next Tesla, or invent the next Netflix or something. But make sure every day with your life, you're doing something that contributes. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's, for the advancement or protection or whatever. Basically, get up and get your ass to work and stop laying on the couch all day being a bum. You understand what I'm saying? So, and shout out to all the men who work or have businesses or whatever and doing something productive for everybody. You guys don't get enough credit. All of the hardworking men out there, there's, police, military men, firefighters, electricians, plumbers, entrepreneurs, real estate investors, all of you guys, if I be here all day trying to name everything, but Shout out to the productive men, life coaches, personal trainers that's doing something for the advancement of society. You see what I'm saying? Dating coaches as well, but guys who are doing something. You see what I'm saying? Generating revenue, for the economy, putting people to work, getting people in shape, protecting people, coming up with software to advance society, fixing stuff, making sure stuff don't break. You see what I'm saying? This is very important as a man, and you should be doing this. You see what I'm saying? You should be working. Get your ass up off the couch and get your ass a job. If you can't find no job, right, the best thing to do is do Uber Eats or Instacart or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But go get your ass a job, and Amazon is always hiring. You see what I'm saying? Amazon is always hiring, or some warehouse is always hiring. They hire anybody. Amazon will hire anybody if you can piss clean. You see what I'm saying? I don't even think they do the piss test. I think they do the mouth swabs or something like that. I don't know. Or hair something. Yeah, they do mouth. I think they do the mouth swab at Amazon. But still, go do Amazon. You see what I'm saying? Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, something. Go do something as a man, right? If you're not doing something productive as a man, you're basically wasting space. You see what I'm saying? You're a burden on society. You feel me? I don't care where you come from, white, black, Chinese, hood, upper middle class, trust fund baby, whatever. If you just sitting around smoking weed, living off of other people, and not contributing, you are a burden on society, and you're a bum, and you don't deserve pussy, and you don't deserve for women to be attracted to you. You understand? Men are hardwired to be doers and to do something. You see what I'm saying? And to go out and, make things happen. We hardwired. This is why the men who are most depressed, or not the most depressed, but it's easiest to slip into depression and get caught up in, anxiety, get caught up in depression, get caught up in anxiety and stuff when you sitting still not doing anything. You see what I'm saying? When you sitting still and you ain't doing nothing, and you just laying around all day, you have an idle mind. They say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. An idle mind is the devil's playground. You see what I'm saying? And idle hands are a waste of space. So get up and do something, and it makes you feel better when you're doing something productive. You see what I'm saying? But when you're sitting around stewing, just watching TV all day, your brain is just working and working and working and working. Not really working, but your brain ain't working. You see what I'm saying? You ain't getting your dopamine. You ain't getting your serotonin, and you're getting depressed. You're getting anxious, and the whole nine. So get your ass up and go do something and go make yourself happy, right? For the men who don't have motion, and shout out to the young kids. That's what they saying now. You got to have some motion. I got motion. That means they got something going on and they get into the bag. You see what I'm saying? Men who don't have motion, right? If you ain't got no motion, that's when you're most, you ain't got your confidence together. You're messed up in the head. You feel insecure. You feel what I'm saying? But you see them young guys out there with that motion, they got it going. They got it together. Their confidence is up. They doing something. Regardless of what they doing something. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have motion out here. Don't be out here stuck with no motion and stagnant. You see what I'm saying? Do something, right? Now, you here in this space, get on your purpose, get on your purpose, get on your purpose. And that's something that, people struggle with. Like, how do I find my purpose? How do I find my purpose? I believe that you don't find your purpose, right? And the reason I'm talking about purpose is because I believe that the best thing that you can do as a man is live a life of purpose, right? Rather than just working a job at the mailman, or, be it a mailman. Shout out to my boy. You know who you are. Had a consultation with him the other day. He's a mailman, makes decent money, middle class guy, but he's not happy, right? He's doing something, but he feels like he can be doing more, right? He can be doing more and be more purposeful with himself. You see what I'm saying? So, I was telling him about purpose and living a life of purpose, right? And so a lot of people struggle, a lot of guys struggle with finding their purpose, right? They say, how you find your purpose? How you find your purpose? How you find your purpose? Now, other coaches or other guys in the space still tell you, you just have to let your purpose come to you, right? Me personally, I don't believe in that. I believe as a man, you have to make things happen. You have to create your purpose, right? So you make the decision to say, this is what I'm going to do with my life. And then you get up every day to do it. Now, to make this, I don't want to say easy, but to make this easy for you, right? And to make it enjoyable, that thing that you decide to do should coincide with your values, should coincide with your values and your passions. You see what I'm saying? So whatever makes you happiest, whatever you like doing, your values, your passions, or your talents. I forgot talents, right? So whatever you good at doing, that you like doing, that you passionate about, you should figure out how to contribute to the world, right? To contribute to the world's advancement through your passions and through your talents. You see what I'm saying? And that can be anything. Rappers contribute to the world with their talents by making music that makes listening to music gives you dopamine and endorphins and all of this other shit. Listening to music eases anxiety. This is why, rappers may come a dime a dozen, but rappers get paid so much because they provide a lot of music is like medicine. You see what I'm saying? People can live out their fantasies and everything, but I said that to say that those guys, rappers, pursue their purpose through their passions, their talents, and the things that they like, and the thing that they like the most, which is creating music. You see what I'm saying? And they make it their life's mission, at least for as long as they can, to create this music. You see what I'm saying? Now, whatever you may choose is probably not going to last forever. You're probably going to burn out, or you're going to find other things that other tasks to take on. You see what I'm saying? For a while, Bill Gates wanted to make things easier with computers and software and stuff like that. And after a while, he found something else, which is, to him, I'm not a Bill Gates supporter or nothing, but from his words, he likes, quote unquote, giving back and charity work and doing philanthropy work and trying to save the world with, sticking you in the shoulder and the arm. You see what I'm saying? Which is kind of fucking weird. But yeah, so that's his passion and that's his purpose, and he's living that, right? So again, I believe that as a man, you have to create your passion. You can't wait on something to come to you. I don't think that things are going to come knocking at your door. You have to make the conscious decision to say, you know what? I'm going to give back to the world. I'm going to provide the world some value by doing X, Y, Z. That was the decision that I made. I read a book called Think and Grow Rich. Very good book. That book changed my life. I read it about 5 times. And then, I stewed for a couple months. But in this book, it teaches about, how the richest people lived a life of purpose. You see, they lived their life through their purpose, right? And through purpose is the richest, right? But this book is a section in this book called, that teaches about purpose and creating a definite purpose. You making it your mission to do something. You see what I'm saying? As a man, again, I don't believe you should just sit back and wait for things to come to you. You make the decision to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. After I stewed on that book for a few months trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life, it was a toss-up between a bunch of stuff. I realized what I was most passionate about and what I was most driven about what I was most driven about at that time, which I still am. And it was a situation to where I felt bad for this guy who I was boning the girl that just broke up with him. But this girl been on my team forever. Right. I'll tell that story some other time. But I felt extremely, extremely bad for this dude because he was everything on paper. But he just didn't have it in him. And he didn't understand that. You see what I'm saying? And so through that and a bunch of other stuff, being at low points in my life, having conversations with my aunt, I think I talked about that before. It was just a bunch of stuff. All of that together, I was like, this is what I'm going to do with my life. I'm going to fucking teach men the game. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to get on the internet and I'm going to teach men the game so they don't get taken advantage of, right? And if they're not taken advantage of and they can get what they want, they're not going to be sour. They're not going to take advantage of other people. They're not going to be, they're not going to be weak, because weak, broken men make weak, broken society. You see what I'm saying? I've always said that. So I wanted to change that through relationships. You see what I'm saying? Teaching the game about relationships and male, female dynamics and teaching men how to get what they want. You see what I'm saying? I made the conscious decision to do that. I wasn't just sitting around waiting for this to happen. I said, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to dedicate my life to. Now, as I grow, other things may come up, and I want to, you know, go in other ways or go in other paths, but this is my path right now that I carved out for myself, and you have to do the same. Right now, if you struggle with that, this is what I suggest. Everybody listen to me. If you struggle with creating a purpose, or you don't know this yet, you don't know your passions yet, you don't really know yourself yet, which is understandable, get out there and live, and you'll find it. You'll find out what you love. You'll find out what you like, but get out there and live, right? But what I suggest you do, if you don't have your purpose yet, you don't know your purpose yet, how you going to contribute to your purpose, I suggest you get with somebody who knows theirs and help them build theirs, right? Contribute to them building theirs. Contribute to what they doing. In the meantime, this should inspire you. You see what I'm saying? This should inspire you. I used to, when I left the streets and all of this stuff, I had shitty jobs. I worked at this warehouse one time. I worked at this warehouse, real shitty fucking job, real piece of crap job, right? Humbling too. But it inspired me to see that, because it was like it was like owned by one guy, right? It inspired me to see how this guy built his operation to the point he had these big warehouses, you know, truck drivers everywhere. He had his own line of trucks, and he hired his own drivers and stuff like that. He just had an operation going. Like, this inspired me. It was a crappy company. I ended up leaving there after a couple months, but working there really inspired me. You see what I'm saying? As far as like, okay, I got to do something. I really got to do something. I got to figure this shit out, because this is inspiring how he was able to take nothing and make something from it. You see what I'm saying? So you may be good with photo editing, or you may be good with, editing music or copywriting or whatever. Get with somebody who know what they doing. Get with somebody who got something going on already. You see what I'm saying? And work with them. I'm not saying you don't have to work for free, but work for them, or work with them and help them build their thing in a way you still contributing. You see what I'm saying? It's not like you sitting back stewing, right? Everybody's not going to be a boss all at the same time. So you have to lose the ego, right? For my guys who think they alpha males in their mind, it's like, well, I ain't working for nobody. I can't. Put your pride aside, and until you figure it out, go help somebody else, right? And that's doing more than contributing. You contributing too if you helping somebody else contribute. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying be content with that forever, right? Because me personally, I'm not content with just working for people. I just cannot do it. The guy that I am, I cannot do it. The longest job, I'm 37 years old, the longest job I ever had was 7 months. And I like needed that fucking job at that time. I cannot work for people. You see what I'm saying? And I was miserable every day doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to do what you got to do. If I'm not saying I won't ever get another job again, because if stuff get hard and stuff fall, I will get my ass up and I go work. I go drive Uber Eats. I go do what I need to do. You see what I'm saying? To feed my shorties. But don't have this thing where I just can't work for nobody, and then you sitting there with nothing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're more productive, and you'll be better off working for somebody temporarily, making something, and sitting home in your ego making nothing. You dig what I'm saying? So if don't worry about that. And truth be told, everybody don't have the mentality to be a boss or to work. Sometimes some people's purpose is to help other people, to be a part of something, to help somebody else grow their shit. Maybe that's your purpose. Maybe your purpose ain't to run the company, but maybe your purpose is to contribute through, because you have talents in HR management or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So you get with Google, or you get with somebody and you contribute like that. Or maybe your passion is SEO writing, but you don't want to be your own boss or whatever. You don't have it in it. And so you just contribute to somebody else, right? Or you contribute through somebody else's, you know what I'm saying? So Everybody don't, if you don't have it in you to be a boss and run your own business, that's cool. And we should stop shunning men who don't. You see what I'm saying? We should stop. That's another code, but that's another day. We need to stop talking down on men who would rather work a regular job, or, would rather not, have a business and, control other people and lead people. Everybody's not built for that. Everybody don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? But in this space, guys go, oh, you're beta male and, you're not alpha and all that. We got to cut that crap out. That's corny. You see what I'm saying? That's not for everybody. Everybody's not like me. I'm genuinely like that. Don't try to be like me, because if you try to be like me, if you're a guy that's not, that's not, it's not in you to lead people and be a boss and have your own companies and, work 20 hours a day. If that's not in you, don't try to be that. Don't try to be that, because you're going to be unhappy. It's going to affect your mental. And so we need to stop pushing guys who are not like that. And we need to push guys to contribute. That's what we need to be pushing guys to contribute, and contribute in the best way that they can. Not, oh, you're beta if you have a job. You're beta. This shit is corny. And quite frankly, it only exists on this internet space. That's corny. We need to stop doing that. Stop doing that. Contribute. Encourage men to contribute in the best way that they can, to contribute to the advancement of this society. It's our responsibility. It's your responsibility. All right. Now, another code that all men must adopt, we should live by collectively, is we got to stop banging another man's wife. We got to stop doing that. I have vowed to myself that I would never, ever do that again. If a woman's married, I'm just not going to do it and come between that. For one, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. You dude will kill you about his broad, man. Good, bad, right, or wrong. A dude will smoke you behind his broad. Very, very dangerous. You don't want to be in that situation. You feel me? We got to stop doing that. Now, of course, everybody's not going to be on that type of time, but the more of us that do, we can make a change. Right? Guys, I think one of the main reasons guys do that is to one up other guys and be competitive and stuff like that. We got to stop that, man, because again, it's dangerous, and a dude will smoke you over his broad. You don't want to be in jail, or you don't want to have to do something to somebody that's trying to do something to you over a woman. You feel what I'm saying? We got to stop doing that. Another thing, right? Wait, before I say this, let me tell you, I've done it before, right? I'm not gonna say I have never done it. Of course I've done it, but again, I vowed to myself that I would never, ever, ever do that again. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not right. Now, banging a girl that's in a relationship or has a boyfriend, that's a little bit different. That's, whatever, do your thing, but be careful. Me personally, I choose not to. If a woman tells me she's in a committed relationship, I just choose not to do that, right? But if a woman is not married, she's technically single. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I believe. If you want your girl off the market, you need to take your girl off the market. And the only way to really take your girl off the market is to marry her. Otherwise, she's single. This is how people look at it. This is how the courts look at it. This is how the law looks at it. You see what I'm saying? So, again, women that's quote claim to be in relationships, I say stay away from that too. But that's not as bad as banging somebody who's married, like legally married, banging somebody's wife who's legally married, right? And the thing about banging married women are very scandalous. To go against that, women who cheat on their husbands are very, very, very scandalous, and have you in a dangerous situation, a situation that you really don't want to be in, that you're not trying to be in. You see what I'm saying? And not to mention, right? Not to mention, it contributes to the problem, right? Which is why I vowed to stop doing it, right? I feel bad when men are hurt and down in the dumps and got got taken advantage of by some woman, right? And got hurt by some woman. When you bang other men's wives and stuff like that, you contribute to the problem. You contribute to the problem that we have right now today. You contribute to the problem of the weak man, weakening men, because that'll break you. Anybody that's ever been cheated on, hell, I ain't even talking about marriage, but getting cheated on, period, will break a man. A man that he's, a man who's super invested, who's heavily invested into his woman, for years and years and years, to find out some other dude is coming in between that will break a man, and that will make a man weak, which is, part of the problem of what you see today. And me personally, I don't want to contribute to that. And I vow that I never, ever will contribute to that. A woman tell me she married, that's it. I ain't talking to her no more. That's out. I don't even care if she divorced or not divorced, but separated. I don't even care if she say, oh, I'm separated, I'm getting a divorce. Well, holler at me when the divorce is final. Straight up. Straight up. And I believe all men should live like that. All men should honor each other in that way. I'm not saying get along and be kumbaya and, love every man or work with every man, but all men should respect each other in that way. To not play with another person's family like that. You see what I'm saying? Men will do something to you about their family. You feel me? Men will smoke you and kill you over playing with their family, and sleeping with another man's wife is playing with his family, right? Again, stop contributing to the problem. Don't contribute to the problem. Another thing, we need to stop rewarding crappy, bad women. When we sleep with other men's girls and other men's wives, we basically rewarding their bad behavior and giving them an incentive to keep doing it. Right? If a woman knows that she ain't gonna be able to, cheat on her husband and have her cake and eat it too. Number one, if women know that they can't do this, number one, they'll pick their partners better and they'll stop using men. Right? They'll pick men who they truly like and truly genuinely into instead of outside of money. That's number one. Number two, they'll try to make things work. The reason why a lot of why it's easy for women to just walk away, because sex is just there, right? And there's no shortage of guys who are willing to just give them what they want. You see what I'm saying? So you're contributing to the problem by making other men weak, right? And making this game what it is anyway, and you contributing by rewarding the shitty behavior from women, the same shitty behavior that every man is complaining about. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. It's no wonder why he was so famous. It wasn't really because he was telling women off and telling women that they average. Tommy Sotomayor been doing that for years. Other content creators been telling women they ain't shit for years. You see what I'm saying? It was that Kevin Samuels, was the voice. And he spoke for men. He spoke through men. Men spoke through him, and he spoke for men. You see what I'm saying? So again, we gotta stop that, and when you bone another man's wife or bone another man's girl, if she's in a relationship, again, that's a thin line. But if you bone another man's wife, you essentially rewarding her bad behavior. You're making it easier for her to misbehave. And the more she can cheat, and just the more she has guys willing to just, reward her bad behavior, what incentive do women have to change? The reason women cheat is because they're able to cheat. Period. That's why women cheat. Why do women cheat? Because it's a guy that'll a guy that'll enable them. That's why. Why do women cheat on their husbands? Because there's a guy who's willing to reward a woman's shitty behavior. That's why. We can say, oh, well, he's not attractive and, all of this. Yeah, cool. Right? But if women knew that cheating wasn't an option, they wouldn't be users. They wouldn't get with quote unquote beta male providers. Right? And those beta male providers will have to step their game up in order to get a woman outside of their money. It'll just make everything better if women didn't cheat. You see what I'm saying? But what incentive do they have to change? None, because it's some guy who's so thirsty for pussy or so thirsty for getting one up on another man that he gonna catch that nut. You see what I'm saying? I've been over that. I don't care how fine she is, and trust me, bro, I have married women coming at me all the time. So it's not like, oh, women just, I don't have access to it. I can ruin some relationships right now. I can pause this, I can call somebody right now on the podcast right now. I can call them right now and ruin their relationship right now. So it's not like oh, I just can't. I just choose not to because pussy ain't worth it no more. Right? And I don't want to contribute to that. I don't want to contribute to weak men. I don't want to, because I coach these guys. Seeing these guys broken every single day is just like, it'll do something to you. I see broken men that's broken from stuff like this every single day. You feel me? So we got to stop that. I want to go on too long about that, right? Now, the next code, and we're going to get up out of here, right? The next code is your duty to represent masculinity properly. We all have to represent masculinity. We represent each other. We represent men, right? And the reason that I put this one in here is because, I be reading my comments, right? And I just see men just saying nasty, vile shit to people and people they disagree with, and saying nasty, vile shit to women. Like, I don't really stand for that. Like, I know y'all be sending me stuff and wanting me to cook women. As you know, my job ain't to cook women. I don't care about cooking women. I don't care about holding women accountable. I don't care about holding women accountable. I care about holding you accountable. When I talk about women, I'm talking about the things that they do, the ideas that set you back, and how to overcome this so you can win. I'm not about cooking this woman and telling her she average and bringing her confidence down. That ain't what I do. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, but just be conscious that you represent masculinity, right? And so when women see you doing punk shit, or when you doing low down dirty shit, this is why they look at men and say men ain't shit, because they see you doing it. You represent, right? We all have a responsibility to represent this masculinity the right way, right? And again, I kind of got sidetracked, but I would see my posts and I would see guys just saying nasty, mean, vile shit to women who did not agree with what I said. So they'll come on the post and post their disagreements or whatever. And then guys just like, oh, you fat, and just out of nowhere. Right. And it's like, why do you have to insult people why do you feel that you need to insult people? Why do you feel so negative about yourself? Or why do you feel that insulting people will gonna make you feel better? Why do you believe that insulting somebody else is gonna make you feel better? Or better yet, why are you in that state? Right? Because people who feel good about themselves try to make other people feel good about themselves. People who feel shitty about themselves try to make other people feel shitty about themselves. Misery loves company, and happiness does too. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of the times I'm seeing guys like a female will disagree with me. I don't care about women disagreeing with me or having a different opinion. I expect them to disagree with me because we're not speaking the same language and I'm not talking to them. I can frame my message to where it can be more friendly to the female ears and they can hear, because everything that I tell y'all helps them. But I just say it in a way that me and you guys are communicating as if we're in a locker room. But I can say it in a way, I know how to frame my message in a way that is more female friendly to the ears, and I can get females on board and tell you the same exact thing. I could have framed this podcast with the same message to made it more female friendly, so women will comment, yes, king, and said have the same message. But that's not what I do. I'm talking to y'all. You see what I'm saying? I said that to say, so I expect them to disagree with me. I don't care if they coming on my post disagreeing with me or have another train of thought. I don't care on TikTok and on Instagram, especially TikTok and Instagram. I don't care. I understand that the algorithm shows my work to other people who's not interested in it. So you're not going to see me hurling insults at nobody to prove no point. That's sucker shit. That's buster shit. Masculine men don't do that. That's low self-esteem shit. That's what they do. That's what y'all complain about they do. You see what I'm saying? Y'all complaining that, oh, she hurling insults. That means she don't know what she talking about. Or, she ain't got it. She don't have any answers, so she got a result to hurling insults. That's what y'all be doing. I'm not saying all of y'all, but it's a few of you guys who do that. And you make all of us look bad. And I don't represent that, bro. Because I'm not a nasty person. I don't have to tear people down. I don't tear other men in this space down, and I don't tear women down. I expose bullshit. I expose the game so you can learn, so you don't get taken advantage of. But I'm not in the business of tearing people down, bro. I don't have to tear nobody down to shine. I'm going to shine, and I feel great about myself. I'm going to eat. My business is going to thrive. I don't have to tear no woman down or no man down. And when you do that, that just shows what type of person you are. Stop representing me in my comments doing shit like that. Whether it's to other men getting on there, a man may disagree with what I'm saying. And then here's another man. You're such a beta. I bet your wife getting cucked out. Like, who does punk shit like that? And I can guarantee you, the people who say stuff like that will never say it in person. The people who you don't see who don't say stuff like that understand the consequences of saying dumb shit to people. I come from the real world where if you said something, you better be ready to die behind it. Because some people will take it there. You better at least be ready to scrap. So you can just tell the people who, just sit in their house all day. Right? I ain't never seen no successful celebrity, nobody that's doing nothing positive, hurling, just in people's comments, just leaving, spread negativity. Basically. Stop spreading negativity because you give masculinity a bad name. And you give my platform a bad name when you do that. I just had to check a dude the other day, like, bruh, the girl just disagreed, bro. I could see if she went at me and was disrespecting me. Now, if a person, you see somebody going in at me and disrespecting me and saying all type of wild shit, go at him. Give him the smoke. But if somebody just disagreed, ain't no way it's like you going on her page. I can tell you a single mom. And I'm going to say this, the last time that happened, the person who the guy did it to was a friend of mine. The girl was my homegirl. I know her for real. And he was completely wrong. Oh, I could tell you a single mother and this and this and that. The girl married, bro. You see what I'm saying? You just talking, trying to bring people down. You see what I'm saying? Of course, she ain't sweating that. She ain't sweating no randoms on the internet. She good. But it's just like, bro, like, that ain't what you supposed to be doing. Because at the end of the day, you represent this masculinity shit. Right? But you out here acting like a buster and a sucker. Successful, confident people don't do that. They don't tear other people down, whether it's with conflicts. Now, sometimes masculinity is competitive and you got to go to war. That's different. You got to give smoke. Other men have smoke with each other. I understand. Right? But to just tear people down and to see something you don't like and you just troll and just, oh, you fat, you single, and you're single mama and all this old. Like, why? Like, what is the point? Y'all be sending me shit all the time. You should cook her the single mother. What am I going to cook single mothers for? She a single mama, and so what? Who cares, bro? Who cares? What do I have to gain to sit up here talking? Because I'm not fucking perfect, bro. I'm a single dad. I have kids out of wedlock. Like, who are you to like do that? Spread positivity, man, and represent this game. You see what I'm saying? You represent this game. You don't see successful people doing that nowhere. Find me one successful person. I don't care if it's a successful drug dealer or a successful rapper or anybody. Find them in the comments being mean to people and trying to tear people down and shit. Again, it's okay to debate. It's okay to get heated. You see what I'm saying? It's okay to give motherfuckers some smoke, but just to out of nowhere because somebody disagree with you, you want to call them, oh, you're a simp and you're a fucking beta and you're a cuck and all of that. Stop doing that. I'm going to start blocking you goofies from my shit. And this go to whether you're doing it towards men or women. You see what I'm saying? Because I have guys I have guys who don't agree with everything I say. That's cool. We're not supposed to agree with everything. And if they voice their opinion, then here come the internet badass. Oh, you're such a cuck. You're a simp. You're a beta. I can tell. Like, get the fuck out of here with that goofy shit. Cause you wouldn't say that in that man's face. That shit goofy. And you represent and you following me doing that old punk shit. Listen, let me tell y'all something. This ain't about no money for me. I gotta make money to keep this going. So I have to make money. But I ain't doing this for no money, bro. If $500 million fell out of the sky tomorrow, if I hit 5 million on some crypto or something tomorrow, I will still wake up and do this. This ain't about no money for me. Now, in order for me to continue to do this, I got to pay my bills. And in order for me to continue to give you this game and give you this message, I have to make money. And I want to live a comfortable life. But I'm not doing this for no money. So I will block your ass until you stop following me, goofy. That's why I said all of that. I said all that to say that I don't care about your money. The customer ain't always right over here. I for the truth and for the game. And the customer ain't always right. So I'm telling y'all, I'm going to start blocking y'all motherfuckers and refunding you and all type of shit for being goofy like that. If you're a follower of mine and you spreading this game, you're a follower of the game, it ain't just about me, it's the game. You got to represent the game, bro. You don't want people to see when they think about the game that it has negatives, it has a stain on it. You see what I'm saying? You want people to see what you representing and say, okay, I like what them boys doing over there. You see what I'm saying? That's what you want. Understand that you representing people, bro, and you represent masculinity. You representing this game. Represent that shit right, bro. That's your duty. That is your duty, to represent this game, to represent yourself. Not to fuck me, fuck masculinity. Represent yourself. Yeah, I know you're anonymous on the internet, but still. You see what I'm saying? When you see one of them hoes getting out of line and being disrespectful, your first thing that come to your mind is women be doing shit like this. You don't say that account, this chick right here does this. You think, well, these hoes ain't shit. Women are crazy. When you see a woman leave some dumb shit, you say, see, this is why women get what they get. You got to understand that this is the same perception. When they see y'all saying dumb shit and trying to be nasty to people, when they see y'all saying stuff like this, when they see playerism, it's like, oh, attack it. Attack him because they're attacking us. I ain't attacking nobody. I'm just trying to give you some game so you can be happy and get what you want and get some pussy or get a long-lasting relationship or whatever you want. You feel what I'm saying? Represent this game, man. Stop spreading negativity. Spread game, not negativity. That's the motto. That's what we're saying. Everybody leave that in the comments if you watch this far. Spread game, not negativity. Spread game, not negativity. I'm out. This your gracious game advisor. Yours truly, King Dre. Like the video, subscribe. Catch me on Apple Music, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Captain Saver Bro Show. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that shit. Patreon.com/King Dreism and social media, KingDreism, IG, TikTok, and Twitter, and Saver Bro Academy for all your course needs. It's King Dreism, King Dre, your gracious game advisor. I'm gone.